What's going on, everybody? My name's Ryan and this is my 2023 KTM 150XC. And today I just want to run you guys through a few adjustments that you can make to these new TBI two-strokes that will hopefully make them run better, and if you're having issues with them, hopefully it'll fix that issue. So this applies to all of the new TBI two-strokes, SX, XC, or XCW, or the Husqvarna and gas equivalent. Here are the tools that we need for today. To start, just something to pull the seat off, which is a 8mm bolt. And then we have a Torx T25 and a 4mm Allen. And then we have our TPS tool and our wake up connector. And if you have a 2024, yours will look different. And if you don't already have the TPS tool or one of these wake up connectors for your bike, I'll link down below wolfmx.com. He carries both of these. So to start, we're gonna do the power valve reset. So we're gonna disconnect this connector right here. And then we're just gonna slide our dongle in, but don't plug it all the way in yet. And I'm gonna grab about half throttle. And you have to be pretty precise about being at half throttle. So it may take a few tries. And we'll hold it there for just a second. And then we'll let off. And there you hear the fuel pump priming. And once it's done, we can unplug this connector and wait for the relay to click off. And then we'll plug this connector back in. And up here at the map switch, we'll switch the map to the other map and unplug the dongle again. Wait for the relay again, and then we'll go for the same deal. Half throttle, hold it for just a second. And there you go, the fuel pump isn't making any more noise. And we're all done for the power valve relearn. And I like to do this every 15-20 hours. If you're racing, you might want to do it even more often. Now what we're gonna do is check the value of the throttle position sensor, which is right behind this cover. So you need your 4mm Allen. And then the cover just pops right off. And then we'll pull our connector off of there, put it to the side. So here we have our TPS tool, and we will plug that into our throttle position sensor. And this will be our idle value. And so this is not the value that we want to set to 0.4 thousand volts. So we're gonna wanna come in here to the idle adjustment screw, and normally you'd have a red screw right there. But I have this fancy Wolf MX idle adjuster, which is really nice. You can get a screwdriver on it, and you don't have to put your hand in there because it's pretty tight in there. So we're just gonna take that idle screw all the way out until it no longer affects the value on the TPS tool. So you'll watch this value, and as it drops down, you will notice my value will go down to about 0.4 thousand volts. So as you can see, the idle dropped down to 0.4015, which is super close to what we want it to be. And now a lot of you guys might find that your adjustment is below 4,000 volts. And if it is, your bike is going to be running lean. And if the value is far above 0.4 thousand volts, it's going to be running rich. So this about 1.5 thousandth of a volt is really not going to be anything tremendous, and you probably will never even notice. But if the value is something like 3,800 or 3,700 and the bike doesn't want to start without giving it throttle, that's a telltale sign that your TPS value is probably off. So once you have your voltage read, you can crack these loose if you need to adjust it. And these again are just T25s. And as you guys will notice, I'll show you here, really some tiny adjustments. I mean, I'm tapping this thing with my finger and it'll go all over the place. It's really not too difficult for this guy to be screwed up. So what I like to do is I like to thread these in just so that they're maybe not quite snug, and they just allow the sensor to move really small amounts. So you might find that this will take you 10 minutes to get just this sensor set up correctly. It is incredibly sensitive. I mean, I just moved that thing a hair and it shot right up. But for the next adjustment that we're gonna make, you wanna make sure that your value is above 0.4000. Even if it is 0.4001, that'll be just fine. You really don't need to get it exact. You just want it to be really, really close as you can get it. There we go. I got to 0.4007 or 8, just bouncing in between there. I mean, it's really quite sensitive, but something close to that, and that'll just get it done. And while we're in here, you can see this boot right here and all that gray stuff, which is Honda Bond, and that is your crankcase pressure sensor, which is incredibly important on these new TBI bikes and even the old TPI bikes. And it's important that you pull this out. So you're gonna have to probably pull the tank off and then just take out the 6mm bolt on the other side of it and pull this crankcase pressure sensor off. And I'll put a picture on the screen. Just coat it in some good Honda Bond and make sure that the upper part of it is completely clean and clear. And then put a bunch of that Honda Bond on there, and then you add the foam on top of that, and then put it back into this boot and let it settle for about a day, and you should be good to go after that. Took our TPS tool off, and we'll plug our TPS back in. And now we can do what is called an adaptive TPS reset. And while we're on the subject of these ECUs, only the stock ECU will have this adaptive TPS reset, and it basically just gathers a bunch of information about the riding that you do, and it tells the ECU how much fuel, how much ignition, stuff like that. And after so long, that information that is gathered kind of locks the ECU in to a certain range of different ignition timings, fueling, power valve adjustments, stuff like that. So doing this adaptive TPS reset, it's pretty important, especially I know there's a lot of people that are racing these bikes and they're traveling across the country. You'd want to do that every single time you come to a new place. It'll really affect the bike and it'll make it run really crisp when you do reset it. And another thing is having these ECUs flashed. You can go through wolfmx.com and get your ECU reflashed, and that'll be a huge help to this bike. It will make it run so much better, and it's really simple. You just ship your ECU out, you get it back, you plug it back in, and you can just run it. But that's enough talk. We'll get back into the adaptive TPS reset. So what you want to do, plug in your wake up connector, and then we'll open the throttle 3 times and hold it for a second. There we go. And again, we did hear the fuel pump prime and don't hear anything else, so can take this connector back off. And then we'll do it again for the other map. And again, you guys do this after every rebuild. Pretty much whenever something changes on the bike, you'll want to do this and you'll get the most performance out of the bike that you can. So now we'll do it for the other map. And again, wide open 3 times, let it drop all the way back. and we'll hear fuel pump, GS once, and we're all set. And plug that back in to its holder. So now I've got the TPS tool plugged back in, and I'm going to use that to set the idle. So depending on your elevation, temperature, and just really your bike in general, it might have a different preference for the idle value. So anything above 5100 volts usually gets the job done, and it'll be, for my bike, it'll be pretty low. And you know, I like to go even all the way up to 5250. That's about what I usually run. Hi there. That's pretty good. And then you can pull the tool off. We'll plug it back in, and then we'll throw our cover back on. Now we'll give her a little test. Just washed it, so it might take a second. Pretty good. So that's all for me today, guys. I appreciate you watching, and if you're interested in more information on the KTM 150 build, I have a whole series already up on everything that I've done to this bike, at least for the 150 build, and a few other small little parts I got hidden in here. My Domo pipe, absolutely love that thing on this 125 and now 150. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, or you can hit me up on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram linked down below, so go check that out. And also go support my friend Joshua at wolfmx.com. Go grab yourself something nice. Get yourself a Domo pipe, a JSV pipe. And before you even do that, if you haven't flashed your ECU, flash it or get the Get ECU. That one was my favorite. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.